If you like this video, why not subscribe? Hey everybody, the holiday season is upon us yet again, and I thought I would share with you the Frugal Filmmaker Top 5 gift ideas for the holidays 2014, starting with number 5, which is the Sony NPF 970 series battery. Clone battery, actually. These are $20 on eBay or Amazon, and I use these to power my camera, my external monitor, and my LED lights, and they does so for a long time. This is a heavy battery. It's a 6600 milliamp battery. And it'll power my external monitor for 6 to 7 hours, my camera all day, and my lights forever, at least a day. So these are very handy. I use them in everything. These are also used on a lot of other items you'll find across the web and various hardware items to power your camera gear. So you can't go wrong buying these batteries. Again, they're $20 on eBay or Amazon. Highly recommend them. That's our number 5 pick. And one of the most valuable things you'll ever carry on set with you is a multi-tool, and I'm going to go ahead and recommend this one. This is the Leatherman Wingman. It's been around for a while, nothing new or groundbreaking, but it has all the tools you will need and no unnecessary ones, which is one thing I really like about this. This was recommended to me by Nitsan Samantha from the Frugal Filmmaker Facebook group after I dremeled the ends of my Gerber Compact Sport accidentally. He recommended this one, and I'm glad I picked it up. It's a traditional butterfly design. You open it in the normal manner to get to your needle nose pliers with wire cutters. It's spring loaded. One thing I really like about this is that you can get to 2 of the really heavily used tools from the outside without ever having to open this up. One of them is a knife blade, which locks into place, and also scissors, which also lock into place. Those are the only 2 locking tools, but you don't have to open up the butterfly to get to those. But once you do, you then have 3 tools on this side. You have a can opener / bottle opener, you have a small flathead screwdriver, and then a file on one side and a ruler on the other. That's kind of useful. But this is a tool that's very valuable. This is basically what I call a wire tie buster. It's a hook with a little blade inside of it. So you can put the hook underneath the wire tie or cable tie or zip tie, twist it, pull it up, and it'll pop those things right off. Very handy. On the other side, you've got your traditional flathead screwdriver, a larger one, and then a Phillips head screwdriver. So all in all, that's the Leatherman Wingman. Unfortunately, these were on sale just last week for $20 as part of like Cyber Monday, Cyber Week at Home Depot and Amazon. They have since gone back up to $30, but they are still a great value. Very useful. These things will last forever if you take care of them. The Wingman has a belt clip on it. It doesn't come with a sheath. However, I recommend that you spring for the sheath, because this thing kept falling off my belt and actually lost it for like a month because of that. Very sad, but it turned up again. I went and got the sheath. They're about $5. So very important that you get one of those to keep track of this thing, because you'll miss it when it's gone. That's the Leatherman Wingman, and it's my number 4 pick. At the number 3 spot is probably the best deal going on right now for an entry-level interchangeable lens camera, and that's the Sony a5000 through B&H. Now the a5000 is very similar to this camera. This is the Sony NEX5N. This is my camera. The difference being that this camera will shoot 60 frames per second, the a5000 won't. And this camera also has an accessory jack on top, very similar to a proprietary hot shoe. You can add a viewfinder, you can add a microphone, things like that. The a5000 doesn't have that. However, it does come with Sony's proprietary E-mount, with which you can adapt various vintage lenses to, which is awesome. This camera also comes with a kit lens, a 16mm to 50mm zoom lens. It also comes with a 16GB SD card, and it comes with a camera bag, all for $300 through B&H's deal. So if you're ready to get your feet wet in narrative style filmmaking and you don't have a lot of money to spend, I highly recommend the a5000 deal through B&H. At the number 2 position is what I consider one of the greatest bargains of 2014, and that is this. This is a Chisso manufactured in-car entertainment monitor, and it's almost an HD monitor at 800 by 400, but it has an HDMI input, which means you can take your output from your camera and run it into this, and now you've got an inexpensive 7-inch external monitor, which only cost me $56. Now I stumbled across this on Amazon when I was just poking around, and I was so excited that I snapped one up. I reported it on the Facebook group, and I was really curious to see how well it worked, and the good news was it worked pretty good. The colors matched well to the camera, and it was great for composing and focusing. It's a pretty sharp monitor, and it did a good job in the field. I've used it on my last short film. Now it does have its drawbacks. For example, the HDMI port is a mini HDMI port, and your camera's output is a mini, so going from mini to mini is a little tricky because they don't make those cables, so you have to kind of make an adapter cable. You also have to have a way to power this with a battery, which you can use the aforementioned Sony battery to power this, along with a $15 cradle that you have to buy. But once you jump through those hoops, you have a decent little monitor that still costs less than $100, which is where these monitors typically start. Now, the best news is that they keep replenishing stock, and even though the price has gone up to about 58 bucks, they're still available, which is awesome. Now, this isn't a professional monitor. There's no focus peaking. There's no zebra stripes, stuff like that. It doesn't have those professional features. You can flip the image so you can use it as a teleprompter if you want. But whatever the reason this thing is around, it's awesome. It's a great deal. I like it. I highly recommend it. That's why it's got our #2 spot. And so we've come to the end. So what is my #1 pick for the Frugal Filmmaker holiday gift ideas for 2014? Well, I'm going to go with the flash brackets that make up this, the Frugal cage. You probably recognize it. I've made a lot of videos about this thing, and it's just a cage rig which is used to hang accessories around your camera, which goes right here. And it won't cost you a lot of money. Now, most cage rigs will start at about $50. Those are the most inexpensive ones. This one, based on the flash brackets, will cost you $10 for the simple version and $20 for the deluxe version. Now, you have to buy these flash brackets in pairs, but the $10 version are the 2 flash brackets go along the top here, go along this side, and the second one goes along the side and along the bottom. Now, as you can see, you can hang a bunch of stuff here, and it comes with these nice little knobs which you can add accessories with. The flash brackets come with that. If you want to go deluxe, you can get order another pair, which will give you this back bracket here, so you can add things like another hand grip and your follow focus. This isn't a rod-based system, so you need this back bracket if you're going to put your follow focus on there. And I've explained how to do all this stuff over various videos and such. But I really like this. It's very, very sturdy. It doesn't look DIY, so you can take it on a client shoot without any problem. And I've used it several times, and it works really well. That's why it's the #1 pick. Now, any of the things mentioned on this list are going to be in the description below if you're wondering how to get any of them or add them to your list. So please do. I hope this has helped you in some way. I hope your holidays are happy this year. And I thank you very much for watching. I'll see ya.